if you recall, we are here. And then I'm only going to put one slash because I'm losing about half of y'all tomorrow. I have a plan for that. Just hold on. I'll tell you in a minute. I hope you're paying attention. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I will not be here Thursday because Riles' eye appointment. And then your test is Friday, the 17th. Then that gives us 2. Hold on. That gives us 2.5. 2.5 weeks for Chapter 5. Then the Chapter 5 exam on Tuesday, December 12th. Review for the final on the 13th. Final exam on the 14th. Ish. We may bump that up a day.
We can't move it back in though. Right?
No, can't move it back. My grades are due the 14th. GNTC will start calling my phone and I will end up on the list.
Have you started grading the last?
Yeah, yes, I have.
You're on
It's
everybody's
been-
list.
No, I don't want to be on the list.
What is what's happening?
Okay. I need you to understand, for us to finish Chapter 4, guys, this is part of like real world, like adult life, right? You with me? There's always some work put into the stuff you don't want to do in order for you to get to do the stuff you do want to do. You with me? It's a cap. You're the quarterback. Okay.
You're a captain.
If we're going to take this Chapter 4 exam before turkey break, so that on turkey break you have no math to do, then you're going to have to work between now and turkey break. So it's either work now and then you're off the whole turkey break, or it's work regardless, work through turkey break, take the exam on the 28th, and then be crammed with Chapter 5 and the final
17th.
exam. So I need you to see the big picture, which means you got to step up your game, okay? Don't make excuses for not having time. I get it. I know y'all are involved in a lot of stuff. I was too. I did like a ton of things in high school. But you've got to be disciplined. That's part of taking the college level classes. We don't have to pull you across the finish line. We don't do that in college. We just tell you where the finish line is, and then you discipline yourself so that you can make it. You with me? You're going to have to work between now and next Friday so that you can relax on Thanksgiving break. That's the reward. All right, so how are we going to do this? Tomorrow, since I'm losing almost half of you, I'm switching this up. 4-6. We have to do 4-4, 4-5, 4-6. I'm about to hand you 4-4. Okay? What we've just done in 4-3 bleeds into 4-4, so it's going to be comfortable. 4-5 takes 2 days. I'm going to push 4-5 to Monday and Tuesday. I'm going to do 4-6 tomorrow because it is one topic with 1, 2, 3, 4 examples. One topic, 4 examples of how to do it. There are actually 2 topics in here. I have trimmed the fat because the fat is not on the final exam. So I'm not even going to worry about it right now, and I'm taking it off this exam. So 4-6 tomorrow, there is a lesson, and it should be short and sweet video, and it covers one topic, 4 practice problems. I'm going to go ahead and give you this. I'm just going to go ahead and give it to everybody. That way I'm not worried about who is going to be here. At the request of some people, because I know you have more time over the weekend than you do in the week. Some people have asked for the final exam review now because they have more time over the weekend. I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you as well.
It's Chapter 4.
Not saying it's 4. I'm not saying you have to do this weekend. I just know some people probably see this weekend as more time to do it. So I want you to have it, okay? You're welcome. All right, so now let me give them to you in the correct order so I don't blow your mind. All right, I'm gonna give you 4-4, and we're doing it right now. And then coming behind me is Taylor because he looks too comfortable. Dad's got 4-6, and then behind him will be Brody because he also looks too comfortable.
Please not me.
Here you go, buddy.
Garrett. Give it to Garrett.
No, y'all get up, and then these are y'all's for. Don't forget to give yourself right.
Yes, ma'am. Did you already set a perfect time?
Put them in the correct order. Here you go to the right.
You just forgot me?
4. To the right. If you'll take your 1, I'll pass. Reagan, take this and hand it to Isabella and Aubrey, and then Parker. And this
We're
is y'all's.
not doing it. We're doing it next Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sorry.
To the right. Don't get confused.
Again, there's 6. 3 here and 3 here.
Should have told him to pass it in the same direction. Pass it back. Donald.
4. 1.
You'll be on this.
So many papers.
Well, I guess we'll lose then. Usually one's not going.
Here, to the right, that way. Does everybody have a review sheet?
No.
It's coming. Hold on.
This row's coming.
You give me one?
Did everybody get a review sheet? There's 2 different sets of notes, Chris. No, we'll follow Monday and Tuesday.
Concert, oh.
Snail!
I don't want to deal.
Is Course doing it with y'all?
They're singing a couple of lines.
Show.
You. 4-6.
Is she still recording? Oh my goodness, she is. Holcombe, you've been recording this whole time.
No, that's more like a peacock.
Okay.
Anybody get one?
Yep, right here.
Here.
Switch.
Here, fish mouth.
Fish.
Good.
He
I
says
got
your
yours.
fish bone.
Good.
Fish bone.
Do
Yeah,
that.
someone.
All right, here's what I need you to
Waffle.
do. Please look at all of the packets. Now, you should have 4, 4, 6. Review. Oh my God.
You also like
Here's
waffles.
pages.
It took you a minute.
Hey, I have waffles.
It says chapter 4.
Addison!
Waffles.
Nothing happened.
Some of us don't have.
Wait, they don't have light. Yeah, because Kate wasn't there that day. I don't know why, like Addie and them don't have them. Because they weren't there that day. Oh,
Hey,
that was wow.
you should have 4, 4, 6. Review.
All of this is on recording still.
He does it.
Here.
4, 5. I got you. I got you.
Callie.
4, 5, 6. She's switching the order, Pierce. Because it's easier because we're all
Maybe if
leaving
you would've
tomorrow. So Monday and Tuesday. Yeah.
Me and Piers are gonna sit over here on the couch and laugh.
All right.
4, 6.
Please go to 4, 4.
4, 4.
You have it. Pierce, you're here with me tomorrow.
I get it now. He gets it.
Is he okay?
Couch comes.
I'm gonna be in the closet.
You understand that one?
None of that's happening.
Couch
Oh my
comes.
gosh. Oh my god.
Okay. 4 notes should be out. I'm fixing to start them. 4, number 1. 4-3. This is on video, by the way, so if you feel like this is scattered, covered, and smothered, it's in the video. Fast forward to 10 minutes. Yes, don't miss walk home. There are two problems in the homework for 4-3 that might trip you up just a little bit. They should not, but it is possible. It would be number 10, where it's asking you to find f of 1 minus square root 5. You are going to have to do that by hand. You are raising it to the 4th power here. Please try it. If you cannot get it right, then just try it and then come see me on Monday if you're not going to be here tomorrow. If you're going to be here tomorrow, come see me in Flex tomorrow. But you would be plugging in 1 minus square root 5 to the 4th power minus 16. It does ask for synthetic division, so you could do this two ways. Plug it in the calculator so you can already have an answer. Like you know what you type it in, you get your answer, and then you know what your remainder is going to be. Then go try it by synthetic division. Okay? When you do this with synthetic division, you're going to end up having two terms along the way because they're not like terms. You've got a radical and a regular number. So you're not going to be able to combine them, which means you need to spread your synthetic division box out. Don't crowd it, because it's going to get crowded. Well, they're already telling you the 0. So it's 1 minus square root 5, synthetic division, and then it's going into x to the 4th, 0 to the 3rd, 0 squared, 0 to the 1st, negative 16. So really the only work involved is right here in the beginning and then at the very end. Yeah, the 1 comes down, so there's no work here. That's the same thing, right? So 1 minus square root 5, but then add 1 minus square root 5. Now there's a little work involved.
You have to do 1 minus square root 5
That's kind of
times 1 minus square root 5.
And that
You gotta take that answer,
and then
subtract
you'll write
0,
you'll write it right
but
here.
add the 0, and you have to do that answer times 1 minus square root 5,
What if
and
I don't
then subtract that, add that to 16, negative 16.
So all that to say, now you would multiply, you got 1 minus root 5 times 1 minus root 5. You cannot type it in the calculator because it's going to go to decimal form. You cannot have decimals. So that's first, outer, inner.
Okay, so instead of saying 1 minus 5x, you're just going to square it and choose.
So like here I have this. And then I do 1 is. So you're going to have two pieces of work going. You got your synthetic division box going, and you got to come over here and multiply because it's going to get so crowded. So then I would put 6 minus 2 root 5 here. Add.
Oh.
Now you got to multiply.
Oh. That makes me
Now you got to
nauseous.
multiply this binomial times this binomial and write it right there. Bring it down. And then multiply again. Bring it down.
It's like pretty straight.
What is this music? It's
Don't
not
ever
how
say
it's on.
anything.
Please,
It's on my lap.
please try it. Okay, you're in here for a reason. You're not in here to take the Yellow Brick Road out. Like, try it. That is college level. And if you don't get it right, then come see me and I will help you. It's not a punishment, but you've got to try it. When you get to this one you could check in the calculator, and I would challenge you to also try it by hand and see if you get the same answer. This is saying to check if 3i is 0, which means you're plugging in 3i. Well, you can do that in the calculator, easy peasy, but I would challenge you to do it by hand and see if they match. Practice working with, the algebra by hand. Yes.
I got the guitar
It didn't say solve. The others just said check if it is a factor. This one said factor and solve, which means you're going all the way. This is just, hey, this is work.
It like came out.
Yeah. Alright, so that's
Put it back in.
homework help in
Oh,
Form
is that
3.
how it? I think it goes like that. Oh my gosh, I thought you did that. I was like,
Okay, go to 4-4. This is my one of my favorite topics, and you've already covered all but one concept. We've already done it. We've already practiced all but one concept. All right. So look at this. We have a couple of notes here. Please look. Try not to.
What could say?
I didn't say that.
Alright.
Teacher paycheck.
My card did just get paid off, so
Congrats.
thank you. Thank you. Now I can pay for my student loan.
Oh.
Did you just say that?
No.
what is it?
Okay, this slide right here. If you look at this slide, I have a couple of tips on it. First of all, the fundamental theorem of algebra sounds really complicated, but what it's saying is, if you have any type of polynomial function, again, we're still dealing with polynomials, everybody's favorite. If you have any type of polynomial function in front of you, the fundamental theorem of algebra says if you were to solve it all the way, you will come to at least 1 0 in the set of complex numbers. So, what does that mean? All right, first of all, every polynomial has at least one solution. At least one. Might be real, might be imaginary, but there's a solution. There's not a single polynomial out there and the answer is no solution. That's the beauty of polynomials. It's something you can rely on. There's always an answer, okay? Sometimes there's more than one answer. For example, if I had x to the 4th, because it's degree 4, working with that polynomial, I would know in the back of my mind I can come up with possibly 4 solutions because it was degree 4. If it had been degree 2, I can come up with possibly 2 solutions. It doesn't mean they are there, it just means that's the max. That's the cap on it, okay? The second sentence is saying the same thing. Polynomials have at most n solutions where n is the degree. If a polynomial has an imaginary solution, a plus bi, then it is understood to also have the a minus bi solution. Do you remember those as complex conjugates? When we were dividing complex numbers, we learned the complex conjugate is when it matches, but you change the sign of the imaginary part. They're saying if I tell you, hey, that polynomial has 2 minus I as a solution, then you would be able to say, ooh, it also then has 2 plus I as a solution. The exact same thing applies to radicals. If root 3 is a 0, change the sign, then negative root 3 is also a 0. Okay? For example, x squared plus 9. If I solve that, I'd subtract the 9 and square root. Remember, this comes from plus or minus 3i. So when you solved it, you generated 2 possible solutions and they were always opposite signs. This is saying that right there. Yes? it's saying don't forget that imaginary solutions always had two cases, and radical solutions always have two cases. That's what it's saying. And it's because, what do imaginary numbers come from? Square rooting a negative. You don't know where it came from. What's the other one? A radical. What is the square root of 10? It's positive root 10 or negative root 10. So there's two answers. All right. So go to the next slide. Find a polynomial function of degree 3 with the following zeros. Notice it says find a polynomial. That means there's more than one answer here, but we're going to find the one that has a leading coefficient of 1. This goes to what you were saying, Amberly, like what if there was a 4? Well, you wouldn't know that. So it says find a polynomial. They give me the zeros. It says that it's degree 3, so keep that in mind, which means your highest degree should be a 3. It says that the zeros are 1, 3i, and negative 3i, right? That's what it gave me, yes? Okay, if you will write x equals and those numbers, now you can visualize the factors. So such a function, notice how I'm lining this up, has factors. Oh, I lined it up a little too much. I was trying to line it up right underneath it. X equals 1 comes from what factor? X minus 1. X equals 3i. Just subtract it over. Don't get lost in the I. Comes from what factor? X minus 3i. X equals negative 3i. Comes from what factor? X plus 3i. They need to tell you the degree because we're fixing to get to where I don't give you the positive and the negative I only give you one of them. You have to remember the negatives in there as well, so then you know that you're going to get x to the third. So what you've just done is taken the zeros, you've written the factors, and now, so that's the answer, but they want you to multiply it out. So technically we would say, you know how I write my arrows, say like, all right, I've got all this, now I'm putting it together. Let's call it function f. Don't matter what you call it, we're just going to give it a name. Function f of x. For right now, I want you to write a sub n right there. Just write it. I'll explain what the a sub n is in a second. Now, what did we have? We had x minus 1, x minus 3i, x plus 3i, right? What is the x minus 3i, x plus 3i? Do you recognize that? They are conjugates, but it's a difference of squares. Please learn the trick for difference of squares when you're multiplying. The middle term always cancels. It's first times first, last times last, every time. That's the shortcut. So I'm going to just bring this down, not done anything with it. And now I'm going to multiply those two together. First times first, last times last. Now you do need to clean it up. What did we say I squared does to numbers it's attached to? This right here says minus 9i squared. It would actually become plus 9, and I squared would drop. Now you need to multiply those. This is where you can either do first, outer, inner, last. You can do split, repeat. You box method, it's up to you. I am gonna go ahead and multiply it out and tell you that it's this. Because I've run out of room. Now, do we know what a sub n is?
It's
It would be a coefficient, right? What number can it not be? I'll let you go in just a second. What number can it not be? If it was what number, everything would be gone. Okay, so we're going to make note. A sub n cannot be 0 because it would make the whole dadgum thing disappear. And for simplicity purposes, what would be the easiest number if it was? Oh, 1. So we're going to let it be 1. So right here, you would just say to yourself, if a sub n is 1. That's what the function would look like if a sub n were 1.
Why would we have to put it?
Because we don't know if there was a number in the very front, like a GCF. There could have been a GCF here.
So this is just like one possibility.
Yes.
They're leaving me.
That's why it says find a polynomial, not a polynomial.